Good morning, Viking fam. Here we go. As you can tell, we're somewhere new today. All right, guys. All right. I am in the beautiful city of Lisbon, and I am on my 4th day of my city trip, meaning that I am utterly exhausted. I spent the last 3 nights going out, having a blast, feeling young and happy, but for those who do not have a lot of patience and want to get straight to the point, this is not going to be one of those videos, so you might want to get out right now, because I'm going to take my time because my mind is all over the place in a good way. I've been staying at a hostel, a really good hostel, and I have met literally 35 new people in the last 3 days. So me being the person that I am, taking it all in, processing everything, I'm cluttered mentally. But how could I be in Lisbon and not make a video for you guys answering some of your questions? By the way, look at this huge thing behind me. God damn. This city is just pure aesthetic beauty, my friends, and that's why I wanted to switch it up from the nature to this. All right, so let's see what you guys got. Check my Discord. By the way, for those who don't know, if you go to my Discord, you get to ask me any question and I'll make a video answering it. Just gotta see where I'm heading here. Polka, my man Polka. How to kill and limit your ego. Wait, as I try not to get killed. How to kill, limit your ego, and truly be free. That's a good one, because spending time in a hostel with a bunch of young people, I have learned quite a lot about ego in the last couple of days. So this actually perfectly ties into the stuff that I've been thinking about. So I'm turning 34 in 2 months, and obviously the bulk of the people in the hostel that I'm staying with, they're all like 20, 21, early 20s. So I'm actually the old head. And I've been studying young people, man. I've been trying to figure out what is the main difference between being in your early 20s and being in your 30s. Because all the people here, they're all studying, they're all going to uni. I think overall education is at an all-time high. So if you talk with them about the world, they've got all the data, they've got all the knowledge, like they know as much about the world as me in a technical sense, right? So intelligent-wise, there's really not that much of a difference. You know, one could really argue that the current 20-year-olds have already consumed more knowledge. Oh! Beautiful building. Has already consumed more knowledge than your average 35-year-old, you know? Simply because of the internet and the way that works. So I'm sitting back, watching these youngsters, and if I would have to pinpoint the one difference between being early 20s and early 30s, I would say it is the lack or the presence of insecurity. Young people, for all they know and for how good they look, are so insecure. They are so incredibly insecure. And insecurity almost always manifests itself in the form of ego and the need to profile yourself a certain way. So what I'm seeing in the hostel is a lot of this. A lot of gorillas puffing their chest out, trying to establish who they are in the group and climb the social ladder. And I definitely was one of those little gorillas in my early days. Whereas now I'm just sitting back, chilling, and enjoying my time, letting things come to me, being calm, being okay not being in the middle of the mix, being okay not being the center of attention. And ironically, because of that, actually drawing people to me. That calm, cool, collected energy of not really caring, but truly not caring. You can't fake that. That is, I would say, one of the greatest gifts of my early 30s. Every year that I'm getting older, I care less. And I am absolutely convinced that any person that's going under an age can attest to the fact that you care less and less the older you get. Like, it's just not that important anymore. When you're young, it's so incredibly important, like what people think about you, how I'm perceived. And I'm getting, you know, closer and closer to that point where I'm just fine by myself. So, by the way, guys, again, sorry for being so long-winded, but to answer your question about the ego, it's gonna happen by itself. It's literally gonna occur with age. I think too many young people are actually forgetting to be young. They're too focused on self-development, they're too focused on spiritual enlightenment, not realizing that you only have 120s. Be a kid. Be a young, dumb 20-year-old full of cum and save all that work and evolution for later, because it'll literally happen by itself. You know? That's kind of like the way nature intended it to be always. The older we get, the less prone we are to take risks. And that's an actual neurological thing. There's a part of our brain, the frontal, whatever it's called, the frontal lobe, that is not fully developed until we turn like 25. And that is a part of the brain that actually assesses risks. So when you're young, you tend to take more chances, tend to take more risks, because you can't really make a proper assessment. And whether it's a proper assessment or not is also subjective. The point I'm trying to make is, I think human beings are control freaks. We want to control the pace. We want to control when we are mature and when we are ready. And definitely now, in this day and age, young people are so obsessed with being more conscious and being more mature. And I'm telling you right now, you really shouldn't be. It's gonna take care of itself. So don't go chasing, you know, a loss of ego. All you're gonna end up doing is a bunch of yoga, psychedelic drugs, and silent retreats. Temporarily making you feel like you actually did something and achieved something, but you can't really speed up that process. And even you attempting to speed up the process of letting go of the ego, ironically, is all ego. You see how that works? It's the same with love. I always tell people, like, people that are desperately looking for love, you're not gonna find it until you're ready to, like, just let it go and relax. Let go of that expectation. So I guess that's my final answer to your question as it pertains to letting go of ego. Trying to let go of ego is the most ego thing you could possibly do. I used to be a douche in my early 20s. I would not have wanted to hang out with me, with my 10-year younger version of myself. And the older I get, I honestly can tell you that I feel like I'm becoming a better person. I care more about others. I'm more gentle. I'm less of an asshole. I'm less superficial. And it's a beautiful feeling. With the years, I can slowly feel myself transforming into a more compassionate, better, softer version of myself. Perhaps more weak, less equipped to fight and always, stand up for what I believe in. Because once again, that risk assessment has taken place. So whereas when I would run into something, a conflict or a threat, I would attack head on. Whereas now I'll be more prone to say, you know what, I'm not, just walk away and let it slide. You can call me scared, you can call me weak. That's good, that's okay. Because it doesn't matter what people think, and it truly doesn't matter. And I'm getting to that point, so I just want to conclude this video by telling all the young people watching, I promise you, the best is yet to come. Don't rush the process. Don't try to be a control freak and manipulate that. Just enjoy it for what it is right now. And understand, you will get there when you're supposed to get there. Guys, I'm turning 34 in 2 months, and I can honestly say, life has never been better than it is now. And I can't wait to see what the next 2 decades has in store for me. And you should feel the same. So, my friend, I hope I answered your question. I hope you're having a great day in Dubai. I happen to know this guy lives in Dubai right now because I had a video call with him. And that's it, man. Life is beautiful. I hope I was able to make sense through my rambling. And just have a look, man. Have a look. Well, this is probably like the most commercial part of the city. And like the least beautiful part. But hey, it is what it is. Life is good. And I'll be back soon with more videos. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you have a question that you want me to tackle, go to my Discord. The link is below this video. Ask anything. It can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about, it can literally be about anything. And I'll make a video like this one addressing it. Alright, I'm out. Peace.
Hi, my name's Spencer. I'm a filmmaker from Chicago. I'm a person who struggled with anxiety, OCD, and mild depression for most of my life. I've seen many therapists and tried many different medications. Recently, I was kind of looking for something more, to get more motivated, to get more things done, and I had just come across Lorenzo's YouTube channel. I just started binge watching, and I became so inspired about his attitude, the way he goes about things, and he just seems so genuine, so intelligent, and I just decided to reach out because I thought if he could make it through everything that he had made it through and be succeeding so well now, that he must know something. And I can safely say he does. He's so much different than any other therapist I had seen before. I felt like more of a connection. I felt that everything that he was talking about with me was from experience that he had and not just something that he learned in a book. And I think that's the biggest difference that I could honestly say. So he's helped me so much with motivation, organizing my life, more confidence, and the biggest thing is to live in the moment. And I really appreciate what I have and who I'm with and what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And that was something I've never done before. So once again, I would like to highly recommend Lorenz, aka Wounded Viking. Please hit him up for life coaching.